Check it out, right? It's a live broadcast from Geoff Buys Cars in the middle of the day, and I'm not actually giving a car away. But what's happened today is my day has not gone to plan. I should be right now in Guildford. I should be in Guildford collecting a BMW E39. And the idea was that I would put a BMW M3 E36. The idea, all right, guys. The idea today was that I would go up to just up the road and collect a bonnet from a BMW E36 M3 and a boot lid and a nose cone, all from an M3. I would then put it in my Volvo V70. I would drive it down to Matt in Guildford and come back in the blue E39 523. That was the plan. What actually happened was I drove down to get the V70 out of the yard, came home and found that the wife had locked the door. We never lock the doors of the house, don't tell anyone. But anyway, I was locked out of the house, and normally there's like a window open for the cat to get in and out of, but there's no window open, so I can't get in. It's 2 degrees. So I was like, right, I'll go and get the bits for the M3, and then I can at least crack on with my day. So I went to get the bits for the M3, but I discovered today that you cannot fit the bonnet of an E36 BMW M3 in the back of a Volvo V70 on the P80 platform. It just doesn't fit. So I've got, look, that's the boot. You can see the badge there. I've got an M3 boot lid and an M3 nose cone in my car, but I'm still locked out. And I phoned the wife, but basically the wife was busy looking after old people that have all fallen down the stairs, and she couldn't leave an old lady at the bottom of her stairs to come and bring me a house key. And by the time I would have gone and got the house key from her, it would have been too late anyway. So that was that. Then I spoke to Matt about this, and I was like, look, mate, I can't bring your bonnet down, so it's not worth me jumping on the road. It's pissing down with rain. And he was like, yeah, the BMW's got some warning lights on anyway. So that plan was out the window. I had no phone charger and no house key and no computer. But then something really cool happened. Some of you might have seen the Renault Laguna BTCC style early Laguna in green that was posted in one of the groups the other day. And I'd had a quick chat with Sean about the BTCC Laguna, and basically said to him, look, if it doesn't sell, I'll raffle it for you. And he was like, I'm sure it will sell, because it's got 450 likes in the group and I've had about 1,000 messages. Anyway, so I left it at that. He phoned me this morning, right? To cut a long story short, Sean, who's selling the Laguna, is now my best friend in the whole world. Before my phone battery died, we've been back and forth on WhatsApp. It's been brilliant. We're like best mates. I think I'm going to be best man at his wedding. He's going to come and babysit for my kids. But basically, that BTCC style Laguna should be live on the Geoff website now for £10. 400 entries, £10. I'll do the draw when it hits the number that Sean needs. The only reason it's not on the website already is because my computer is there, which is behind a double glazed window in a house that I don't have a key for. So I haven't been able to put it live yet. So I've shot a fantastic promo reel this morning, me standing in front of my V70 explaining what's going on with the BTCC Laguna. But unfortunately, I can't put it on my computer because my computer is actually behind the glass of the V70 and the glass of the house, and is locked inside the house. And then I can't put it on YouTube because, as I said, my computer's in the house. So what I've done instead is I've gone for a coffee until my phone battery died, and now I've driven home. But the problem is, and here is the problem, right? The longer it takes for my wife to get home to let me in the house to carry on with my work, the less good parts there's going to be on this V70. So, because my 850 is over there. My 850 is just out of shot, and the V70 is here. And the problem is, right, I've got my tool. I haven't got access to my house or like the toilet or anything, but I have got access to my toolbox. So now it's a challenge to see what's going to happen first. Is the wife going to get back and let me in the house, or am I going to remove all of the bits off of the V70 and put them in the 850? I've already stolen some parts, and I've just Googled how to remove the door card so I can nick the speakers out of it. And look, that's the tray for the stereo. So when someone wins this V70, it's basically going to be a shell full of broken Volvo 850 parts. Unless my wife gets back in the next sort of half an hour, in which case I won't have been able to get too far with it. But that's a sort of rough update on how things have gone today. Not to plan at all, but yeah, update on the Geoff giveaway cars. The V70, which I'm in now, is losing a staggering amount of bits to my 850. The BMW 5 Series has got a couple of warning lights on it, which we suspect is just because it's cold. So that'll be fine. And the M3 bits don't come with the V70. All right, you can't have those. But you can have a BTCC style Renault Laguna. Now, a lot of people have been saying, and I said this to Sean when I spoke to him, I said, you should do the stickers on the Laguna. And he said, no, because it gives the person the choice. So if you win the BTCC style Renault Laguna, here's my promise to you. I'll give you the details for the guy who did the wrap on my Volvo. You then go and basically, oh, look, he's just WhatsApping me the photos of the Laguna now. You go and have the Laguna wrapped. When you've spent your tenner, right, with Geoff Buys Cars on your Laguna, if you're just joining us, this is a bit confusing. So in a minute, watch it back from the start while I take this car apart. When you win your Laguna for 10 quid, right, I will come with you to take it to Nottingham. We will do the Nescafe vinyl on it. And then, I promise you this, we'll have a race with your Laguna that you paid £10 plus the cost of stickers for, and my Volvo 850. We will do a retro race. We'll get other people to film it. I don't know. We'll turn it into a Geoff challenge. We'll do a Geoff Buys Cars coast to coast, right? Here's the challenge. It's a Geoff Buys Cars coast to coast, east to west, Wales to the other side, or north to south, I'm not sure. And all you got to do is keep up with a 1.6 non-turbo Renault Laguna that looks fucking amazing, and a 2.5 litre non-turbo Volvo 850 that looks amazing. That's all you got to do. You just got to keep up with us. And we'll just have a convoy across the country, and it'll look like a touring car race. Right, that's it. My phone battery's about to die. I'm going to get my tools out and take this V70 apart and put all the bits on my 850. Thanks for watching. And if that didn't make sense, just go back to the start. Matt Stone says, how good would this be? Yes, Matt, the Laguna is coming in a giveaway. It will be live tonight. Ant signs and print for all your wraps, absolutely. So, as I said, if you haven't caught the gist of this whole video, go back to the start. What about the Escort? I'm just desperately trying to get rid of the Escort for what it owes me. It owes me £1,000. If someone can give me £1,000 for that chuffing Escort, the car version, then take it. Right, I am going to crack on now because I'm going to work out how to get these speakers out of this V70 because they're quite good. So they're going to go in my 850. I was going to buy some speakers, but to be completely honest, I have not got any money at the moment because it's all in various cars. Right. Thanks for watching. Laguna's coming. V70 and BMW is still going, but it looks like the Laguna is going to be in a giveaway before the V70 and the BMW, just because Sean and I are now best friends. Anyway, I've got to go. He's calling me. Bye. Hello, I am Geoff Buys Cars, and in today's episode of This Shit Has Got Way Out of Hand, I'm replacing the boot struts in my Volvo to hold the boot up a little bit higher with boot struts that I found in the back of the V70, brand new ones that I found in the back of the V70 that I bought. And I'm doing all this because I'm locked out of my house. Now, things have got a bit out of hand in that I've done the boot struts. The boot is now holding up by itself. But in the process of doing that, I've sort of realised that my, well, I'll be honest, this is what's happened. That's my headline in, which is why I'm wearing a mask. Oh, why did I have to get locked out? This was fine a minute ago. This is a nightmare. I'm going to have to carry on now, aren't I? Oh, well. That is literally the old headlining. So my plan to do a headlining out of cow's fur is being brought forward. I hadn't planned on doing any of this today. Right, wish me luck. I'm going to get the rest out. In today's episode of stuff what I did when I was locked out of the house and only had access to my toolbox and not the actual house itself, I removed the stickers off the V70 on the side and on the doors, and look, they're all on the bumper. I'll clean that up later. And most importantly, on my 850, check this out. This got ridiculously out of hand. All I was trying to do was replace my boot struts. Did that, look. Whee, pops straight up now. Look at that, even bounces. And then in the process, I realised that my headlining wasn't exactly looking great. So it's all gone. What an absolute palaver that was. I'm bleeding in so many different places. I tell you what, it's impossible to strip down a Volvo 850 without it attacking you. I'm bleeding from virtually every finger, and look at the state of my poor flat cap. but to be fair, that stuff was dropping out of the roof and onto our heads whilst we were enjoying this car. So about time. But if you know anyone that does headlinings, I don't really want to do this myself. I think I'd like to have someone do it. If you know anyone that can do a headlining and wants to feature on YouTube, please get in touch. Or anyone selling a flat cap. Right, the Renault Laguna is going to be live later this evening. I promise. I'm going to go and do it now after I've taken the kids swimming. YouTube's most boring car channel.